you guys can see, I have a GoPro now. I went out and traded my Sony AS30V, and I got this GoPro Hero 3 Black Edition. I was really excited about it. Well, as excited as I can get up until I was able to discover that the Wi-Fi isn't working on it. And then it doesn't work if I connect it to the computer. It worked for 1 or 2 days, and then it just completely stopped working. My computer doesn't see the GoPro anymore, but it does charge. Ford Mustang ahoy! Or ahead or something, I don't know. Ooh, pretty car. Pretty awesome car. Okay, back to the GoPro. So a lot of people have been reporting a lot of issues with the GoPro. A lot of issues. I mean, I'm a technician, and I haven't. And usually, when I have an issue with a specific hardware part, I look it up online. We all do that. We Google it. And for the GoPro, there were just so many results. If you search GoPro issues on Google, you're gonna get spammed. It was just fantastic. I love this camera. It's small. It has a lot of mounting options, but the fact that it's faulty and the motherboard itself, it's really sensitive. I've called in a service and they said, oh yeah, it's most likely due to a mechanical shock. I was like, okay, yeah, but isn't it in a protective housing? Yes, it is, but apparently the motherboard is very sensitive to shock. I'm like, okay, fine. You know, I've probably dropped my Sony hundreds of times and nothing happened with it. I guess the motherboard and specific parts on the motherboard are made in Japan. Better quality control, I guess. There are people crossing the street. You're supposed to let them pass. So something fun about this week. I had my bike, after the whole taxi thing, I had my bike taken to the Honda dealership for inspection, and basically what they said is that they were going to change my blinker, my shifter, my clutch handle. Is that right? I'm not sure. So this thing over here, they're going to change that. And they had a look at the fork. The fork apparently is in perfect order. One thing that they've left out is they forgot the pin on my brake pads. They forgot the safety pin. My brake pads almost fell out. I'm not going to complain about it. I got a paper clip. I put it in, no harm done. But the fact that they forgot to put in this safety feature really says a lot about Honda. Okay, it seems to me, and what I've been able to discover lately, is that Honda is a cheaper alternative. Yo Mama makes better bikes. They are a little bit more expensive, yeah, but the quality is a lot better. I don't know, I love Honda, but the guys at the dealership, they were a bunch of pricks. They said, oh, we're not going to replace stuff, you know, even if your insurance covers it, we're not going to replace it. If, you know, if it's a little bit scratched, we're not going to replace it. And the clutch lever, it's totaled almost. I'm amazed it didn't break. So that one really needs changing. As for the signals, I have Suzuki signals on the bike. I'll post a little picture. There we go. These signals, they come from a Bandit, I believe, or a Suzuki SV. I'm not sure exactly which one, but they look awesome. They look way better than the original box ones that were like really square and all. These ones look much better. They're more streamlined. I love the design. And they're original. They're made in Japan. in comparison, because I did buy some from China, some knockoff blinkers, like $20 or something, that they broke. They completely broke when I tried to mount them. That's how crappy the plastic was. And they were $20. They weren't that cheap. And for these ones, I've got them secondhand original, and they cost me around 100 Romanian lei, which is, I'm gonna calculate and put on the screen. So yeah, it was pretty cheap to buy them secondhand, because everybody that buys a new bike, the first thing they do is they upgrade the blinkers, get some LEDs. We have a relay that has a specific impedance on the bike. If you change out the normal light bulbs for LEDs, that relay it's gonna cap out at some point and it's gonna break. If you have a new bike that comes out of the factory with LED blinkers, fine. You know, you can go ahead and change it to LED blinkers if it already has those. But if it doesn't, if it has normal bulbs, just don't go for LEDs unless you're gonna put in a, what do you call it, something to forgot what it's called, but it counteracts the impedance. It's this little module thing. It raises the impedance of the bulb of the signal itself.